Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today is launch day for the February mug of the month. Now, if you're new to my channel, like I mentioned, this is actually our 5th year doing this. We've done several different variations over the years. Most of them have been mini quilt size, like 20 by 24-ish. You can hang them on your wall or you can make them into a pillow. We did do a pillow of the month, and then we also did a table topper of the month series. And then this year we are doing the mug rugs just to change it up a little bit. And if you're not interested in doing the mug rugs, I did add into the pattern a mini quilt option as well, so that if you don't want to do the mug rugs, you have that alternative, and all the instructions for that are in the pattern as well. And then, like I mentioned, they do come in quilt and cross stitch format. Now we're doing a little bit different this year, and I have released all 12 mugs early. I always get questions from people who want the pattern sooner, and so this year I thought I would just try something different and just release them all now. So you have 2 different options this year. You can either wait each month for the individual patterns to release and just get those individual patterns, or if you want them all, you can get all 12 months in my store now in both the quilt and cross stitch format. Right now they're only available in PDF format, but we are going to be ordering print copies soon, so those will be coming soon. And also, if you buy all 12 months, they are at a little bit of a discount than if you were to purchase each month individually. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's do a little recap on the previous month. So last month we did our January mug of the month, and I think it turned out really cute. In this video I did show you how to finish this and how to do the binding for it. So if you need help finishing your piece or putting the binding on, go back and watch the January video tutorial for that. And then here is our January Stitchy Mug, and I'm doing ornaments this year, but the pattern does also include a whole cloth version as well. So if you don't want to do little ornaments and you want to just do a whole cloth piece that you can frame or display at the end of the year, you can do that as well. And I also have a video tutorial in that January video on how to finish off this ornament. So if you'd like to see that tutorial, you can check out the January video for that as well. And then the first year that we started doing these, I started releasing monthly stickers as well. So don't forget that you can get your February sticker packs in our store as well. We have a different sticker pack for each month, or you can get them all in a bundle. They include 6 high quality vinyl stickers that you can use on laptops and water bottles, and I actually put mine on my sewing machine. So I just wanted to mention those because we do still have some of these in stock. All right, let's take a look at the February Quilty Mug. So here is my February Quilty Mug. Of course, we had to do a heart, and then we have our February letters there on the side. On the backing, I just used some of my leftover Sew Quilty fabric, and then on that binding, I did a pink stripe binding, which I thought was really cute. And I forgot to do it on January, but I did decide to go ahead and start adding some labels to these just because they're cute little minis, and I just thought it'd be fun to have a little tag on them. So these tags are from Ever Emblem. These are the ones that I always use. I actually just ordered a new set because I ran out, and I got a different design, so I'll show you those when they come in and I add them to my next project. And then for the quilting, honestly, when I was doing these, I just felt like it was a lot of little pieces. So I've done hardly any quilting on this. Really all I did was just a seam line on both sides of this pink and red seam right here. That's all I did, and then I went ahead and put on my binding, put on my label, and I think it looks really cute. But you could do any quilting on here you want, and I actually think hand quilting would be really cute on these little projects. They're not very big and they wouldn't take up very much time. The fabric I used on mine is just leftover scraps from my different fabric lines that I've released so far. Most of these are from my Bloom fabric line, which was my very first fabric line, and then like I mentioned, the background fabric here, or the back side, is from my Sew Quilty line, and that one had little sewing machines and pin cushions and spools and things like that. So I thought that was really fun. I don't have any fabric out yet that's super Valentine's-y. I like Valentine's stuff. It's just such a short season that I just don't really have a whole lot of specific Valentine's fabric, and I don't really think you have to do that. I think honestly any just pink and red is perfect for February. So I just used some florals and some dots, and I think it turned out really cute. Now as you can see, there's a lot of small pieces on these mugs, on the handle and the letters, and so I do recommend using either a spray starch like a Mary Ellen's Best Press, or recently I've been using this Acorn spray starch. This is perfect when you're working with scraps because you don't have to take like a whole piece of fabric and get it completely wet to starch it. You can just use your scraps, spray them, you just press them with your iron till they're dry, and then they're ready to go, and it's like they're starched. So I highly recommend that spray. The only thing I'd warn you about with that acorn starch is I've noticed it does make the faceplate on my iron pretty dirty pretty quickly. So I've just been trying to clean that off regularly. And honestly, sometimes when I'm doing a spray starch like that, I'll pull out like an old iron and I'll just use the old iron for the spray starch, and then I'll use my good iron for pressing my pieces as I'm sewing. So just a little warning there on it, but I do love that acorn spray starch. It is great, especially when you're working with these smaller pieces. And as you can see, I just did the red background with the white mug, which I think is really cute. But if you were to do the mini quilt version, I think I would actually do a pink mug with maybe a two-tone red heart, and then the background will be white, and you'll be adding that to the mini mug rug. There's pictures of that, so like a sample for you to follow in the pattern as well if you want, but just make sure that you're aware of that. If you're doing the mini quilt versus the little mug rugs, you might want to alternate those colors. You could actually do a darker background for them too, totally up to you, but it was just a little suggestion I thought I would share. And then all of the quilty patterns do come with the letters for the side, but they also come with 6 other options that you could put on the side if you don't want to do the letters. So I'm just going to run through a few samples here. You could do the horizontal stripes, you could do pinwheels, you could do a rectangular patchwork. This is a mix of patchwork, so it looks a little bit scrappy, but it's basically squares and rectangles. I've got the hourglass blocks. And then I also did a log cabin version for that side panel. And then along with all these, there's instructions for just a solid piece of fabric if you don't want to do any extra sewing as well. So between all of these and the letters, you actually have 8 different side options for your mug. So you can really just make these scrappy and unique based on what you feel like sewing that month. Okay, so I think that's it for the quilty version. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stitchy version. All right, here's the stitchy one for February. I think it's really cute. The stitchy mugs I had a little bit more fun with. I've got something cute coming out of the top of all of the mugs, and I'm making all of mine into these cute little ornaments for my Christmas tree for December because I think that would be really cute. If you don't want to make these Christmassy and you just want cute little ornaments to hang on, like say a little display tree in your sewing space, you can just take out that holly part and just do straight brown across that shelf there, and then suddenly it's not Christmassy anymore. And then of course you can use different ribbon and backing so that it doesn't look Christmassy. The other super easy way to finish these would be to turn them into little pillows, and then you could just get a little bowl to put in your sewing area and just put all of the cute little pillows in there. I think that would be really cute as well. And if you need help on how to finish these off in pillows, we did pillows of the month, I think that was 2 years ago, so you can go back and check out that playlist for these, and there's a tutorial on how to finish those there. As a matter of fact, I have several different finishing options for your cross stitch here on my channel. You can go back and look at any of those and just finish them however you prefer. But I'm doing them in these cute little ornaments, and then like I said, there is a video tutorial in the January mug on how to do these. It's really fast, really easy. All of the supplies for the finishing are listed in there as well. So check them out, but here is our cute little stitchy piece finished. And then here they are together, which I think they're super cute. It's going to be a really fun way to decorate our sewing space this season. Now all I need is a cute little mug with some hot tea in it, maybe a little snack, and I'm all set to go for February. And don't forget to share your progress on any of the projects you're sewing from my patterns in our Sew With Me group on Facebook. I love seeing all of the different variations of the projects that you guys are working on. All right, that's it for the release video. I will put a link on where you can get those patterns below. Like I said, you can get them individually as they release, or you can get all 12 of them now in both cross stitch and quilt format. You can also get them at my store at store.confessionsofahomeschooler.com, and usually they're right there on the front of the store, but just search for Mug of the Month quilt or Mug of the Month cross stitch, and those patterns should come up for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. So for the last 5 years, we have done a monthly quilt, and all right, here is the stitchy one. I have hot glue coming off. And then here they are together. Oh, that's upside down. Nope.